Have you ever slept a full 8 hours, only to wake up feeling even more exhausted than the night you only got 4? Welcome to a video I believe everyone needs, whether you're an office worker, a night owl chasing deadlines, or a sleep-deprived parent on night duty. Here's a funny truth. Sleeping more doesn't necessarily mean feeling better. On the flip side, there's actually a way to sleep less and still wake up feeling great, fresh like someone who just rebooted their operating system. Sounds kinda wrong, doesn't it? But it's science, not superstition. Today, I'm going to help you uncover why do you still feel tired even after a full night's sleep? And how can you sleep less without walking around like a zombie? Let's explore it together. Oh, but before we dive in, how many hours do you usually sleep each night? Have you ever heard of sleep cycles? And have you ever tried sleeping based on specific time blocks? Drop a comment below. I'd love to know about your sleep habits and see if today's video really hit home for you. And to help you understand better, let me share a little story about my own groggy mornings and the journey where I accidentally discovered the secret to waking up like someone who just had their brain reset. See you in the next part, a true story, real feelings. And who knows, you might just see yourself in it too. You know what? I used to be a chronic victim of waking up tired. Not just once, but almost every single morning. Even when I got enough, sometimes even too much, sleep. 8 hours, sometimes 9. And yet, I'd wake up feeling like the energy gods sat on me overnight. Every morning, I'd spend at least 30 minutes just zoning out. Like an NPC with no quest to complete. My feet would be moving, but my soul? Still trapped in some dreamland. One time, I even washed my face with dish soap, thinking it was facial cleanser. Sounds ridiculous, right? But yep, true story. Back then, I just thought it was something simple. Maybe I worked too hard the day before. Maybe it was stress, or maybe I was just not active enough. But nope, the truth ran deeper than that. Then, one time, while typing sleep-related keywords into Google like a desperate soul, I happened to stumble upon an article in a major UK magazine discussing this very issue. I read it and was introduced to a bunch of abstract terms like sleep science, sleep cycles, and I started researching them. And that was when everything began to change. What about you? Have you ever slept too much and woke up feeling even more tired than when you didn't get enough sleep? If so, drop a number 1 in the comments below. Or have you ever felt like you slept the wrong way? Share your sleep story in the comments below. We're not alone in the battle against sluggish mornings. So, what is a sleep cycle? And why is waking up at the right time more important than the number of hours you sleep? In the next part, I'll take you through the journey of a sleep cycle, from when you start to drift off, to when you dream about your crush, and then wake up cursing your alarm. I promise, you'll see sleep in a completely different light. Did you know? According to sleep science, sleep isn't the endless stretch we often think it is. In reality, we don't sleep straight through from night till morning. Instead, we sleep in cycles. And each cycle goes through 5 stages as follows. The first stage of sleep is the drowsiness stage. Basic brain activity decreases. It usually lasts only a few minutes, and waking up during this stage is easy. Stage 2 is the light sleep stage. During this stage, brain activity continues to decrease, and heart rate and breathing become stable. Stage 3 is the deep sleep stage. During this stage, brain waves become significantly slower. Stage 4 is the very deep sleep stage. Most organs are in a resting state and it is very difficult to wake up. Stage 5 is the dreaming stage. This is the stage with the most brain activity, and dreams usually occur during this time. These are the 5 stages of sleep. After completing all 5 stages, we finish one 90-minute sleep cycle. Then, we move on to the next cycle, repeating the 5 stages. This process typically repeats for about 5 cycles, 90 minutes each, in an adult, meaning around 7.5 hours of sleep. When you wake up after completing these cycles, you'll feel much more refreshed and energized. The main issue here is answering the question, why do we feel tired when we wake up? Based on the stages of the sleep cycle, if we wake up during stage 3, deep sleep, or especially stage 4, very deep sleep, we will almost certainly feel extremely tired, mentally unstable, and easily irritated. This is because in stage 4, all our organs are in a completely restful state. If we are suddenly awakened during this stage, all these organs must immediately start functioning again. Since the organs and brain aren't fully prepared to resume normal activity, we will have a very tiring day, even if we sleep from 9 or 10 p.m. until morning. We'll still feel tired, just like usual. And what happens if we wake up during stage 1? We'll feel a bit tired, but not too much. If we wake up during stage 2, we'll feel a little more tired. And the worst case, if you wake up during stage 4, well, that's really unfortunate for you. Get ready to face a terrible day ahead. So, if you often wake up feeling exhausted, there's a high chance that you've woken up during stage 3 or stage 4. Based on the analysis above, let's address the question, what are the conditions for a quality? The first thing we need to do is to sleep for at least 5 full cycles. The second thing is to wake up at the right time, meaning we should try to wake up at the intersection between the end of stage 5 and the beginning of stage. If you manage to wake up right at this point, you can be sure that you'll have a day filled with joy, energy, and good health. Now, we've answered the question of why we feel tired when waking up. Do you see things a bit clearer now? If yes, leave a yes in the comments below and let's move on to the next question. I promise it'll be just as interesting and important. Now, let's embark on the journey to answer the question, how can we time our wake-up moments to ensure we feel refreshed and full of energy? Are you ready to explore more? If yes, hit the number 2 in the comments below. In the next part, I'll share a super simple way to calculate your sleep time. Anyone can do it. No smartwatches, no apps, and no more losing sleep worrying about sleeping wrong. Stay tuned, this is the prescription after we've already diagnosed your sleep problems. According to the guidelines from the National Sleep Foundation, the amount of sleep and sleep cycles required vary based on age and individual factors. This need increases in infants and gradually decreases as people age. Typically, for adults, we should aim to complete at least 3 to 6 sleep cycles, equivalent to 4.5 to 9 hours of sleep per night. And we have a formula for sleeping less without feeling tired, based on sleep cycles, as follows. Wake-up time equals bedtime plus 90 minutes or 1.5 hours x number of sleep cycles, plus time to fall asleep. The time it takes to fall asleep entering stage 1 can vary. For example, some people take 10 minutes, others 20 minutes, or even longer. You just need to multiply the formula by the approximate time it takes to fall asleep. For example, if you go to bed at 12 a.m., want to sleep for 3 cycles, and typically need about 15 minutes to fall asleep, the formula will be 12 a.m. plus 1.5 hours x 3 plus 15 minutes equals 12 a.m. plus 4.5 hours plus 15 minutes equals 4:45 a.m. So, if you go to sleep at 12 a.m., you can wake up at 4:45 a.m. after completing your deep sleep. Exactly. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., want to complete 5 sleep cycles, and typically need about 30 minutes to fall asleep, the formula would be 10 p.m. plus 1.5 hours x 5 plus 30 minutes equals 10 p.m. plus 7.5 hours plus 30 minutes equals 6 a.m. So, if you go to bed at 10 p.m., you can wake up at 6 a.m. after completing your deep sleep. And now, a more specific example. Suppose it is 1 a.m. and you need to wake up before 6 a.m. to catch your flight, and typically it takes you 15 minutes to fall asleep. How would you calculate the sleep cycle to meet these conditions and have the longest and healthiest sleep possible? We will still apply the formula above. Let's try 4 cycles, so the formula will be 1 a.m. plus 1.5 hours x 4 plus 15 minutes equals 7:15 a.m. However, this doesn't meet the requirement of waking up before 6 a.m. So, let's try applying 3 sleep cycles. The formula will be 1 a.m. plus 1.5 hours x 3 plus 15 minutes equals 5:45 a.m. Thus, this condition is satisfied. The conclusion is that if you go to sleep at 1 a.m. and want to wake up before 6 a.m., you will need 3 sleep cycles. You see, it's really easy, right? If you're still not quite clear, then leave a comment below with the time you plan to go to bed, how long it takes for you to fall asleep, and the time you plan to wake up. I'll read the comments and calculate it for each of you. there's one more thing to keep in mind. If you wake up at your desired time and feel good, get up immediately. Don't try to stay in bed longer, or you might accidentally fall back asleep, starting a new sleep cycle, and if you happen to wake up during deep sleep, especially very deep sleep, no one will be able to save you then. To wrap it up, while the sleep cycle formula can help you sleep less and still feel refreshed, don't overdo it. This can be considered a temporary solution for those who really need it, like during a deadline rush, taking care of a baby, or other unavoidable situations. In the long run, a sufficient and consistent sleep schedule is the key to both physical and mental health. So, think of this formula as a secret weapon for when it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, prioritize building a healthy sleep routine, going to bed and waking up at the right times each day. Your body will thank you a lot for it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment to share your experience, or ask any questions you'd like me to answer in the next video. Thank you all for watching until the end, and I look forward to seeing you in the next exciting content on the Health 24H channel.